Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Happy Diabetic Kitchen podcast, where we explore the tasty side of healthy living. I'm your host, Chef Robert Lewis, the Happy Diabetic, and today we're diving spoon first into one of my favorite times of the year. You guessed it, soup season. Look, when the air gets crisp and the leaves start falling, my kitchen fills with the scent of simmering broth, roasted vegetables, and those cozy, comforting aromas that make you just want to wrap up in a blanket and grab a spoon. So grab your favorite bowl and ladle, because today we're talking soups that warm the heart and keep your glucose levels so happy. In this episode, I'm going to share with you the secret to great soup. My recipe of the podcast is Roasted Tomato Basil Soup, simple and delicious. I've got a viewer question I'm calling Ask Chef Robert Anything You Want. And the spice of life, how to make that soup taste great with less sugar, salt, and fat. And the final ladle, my Happy Diabetic soup wisdom. You won't want to miss it. Stay tuned, everybody. We will be right back. Hello, everyone. I am Chef Robert Lewis, the Happy Diabetic. Welcome to the internet's most delicious cooking podcast. I'm here in the kitchen getting ready to explore a healthy diabetic lifestyle. I want to take the mystery out of healthy cooking, explore some amazing foods, and my diabetic journey with all my successes and all my challenges. Let me help you live your best happy diabetic lifestyle. So welcome to the kitchen. And if you're new to the show, I am so happy you're here. Don't touch that dial, because we are about to get started. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Well, let's get started right with the basics. The best place to always start. The best soups begin with a great foundation, and that means building flavor from the bottom up. Start with what I call the holy trinity of soup making: onions, carrots, and celery. Sauté them in a little olive oil until they're soft and fragrant. That's your soup's bass note, like the rhythm section in a jazz band. Then we're going to build it from there, adding garlic, herbs, spices. Think thyme, rosemary, cumin, or smoked paprika, whatever fits your vibe. And remember, soup is all about layers of flavor, so be sure to taste as you go. Take your time, let things caramelize, let the flavors really develop. The longer you simmer, the deeper the magic gets. Well, let's get right in to the recipe of the podcast. It's time to cook. Today's recipe is my roasted tomato basil soup. Easy, delicious, and completely diabetes friendly. So here's how to do it. We're going to take 2 pounds of fresh tomatoes, wash them and core them, a head of peeled garlic, a nice onion diced up roughly, and a drizzle of olive oil. We're going to put them on medium heat until they're caramelized and lightly brown. This could take about anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. Next, we're going to add 2 cups of low sodium vegetable broth, add a handful of fresh basil, and a splash of balsamic vinegar. Simmer them for about 10 minutes, maybe 10 to 20, and then give them a quick blend with either a handheld immersion blender, a Vitamix style blender, or your margarita blender. And that's it. Simple, super, and delicious. And we're going to garnish it with a sprinkle of Parmesan or maybe a dollop of Greek yogurt. And this way, instead of cream, it'll give it that silky finish. Low in carbs, high in flavor, and your taste buds will definitely do a happy dance. When we come back, it's segment 3, questions from listeners who want to ask me a question. Stay tuned, everybody. Happy Diabetics? Want the inside scoop on delicious, friendly recipes, expert tips, and inspiration to keep you feeling great? Well, sign up for the Happy Diabetic Kitchen newsletter and get fresh, flavorful ideas delivered straight to your inbox. Whether you're looking for easy meal plans, smart nutrition advice, or just a little motivation from me, Chef Robert, the Happy Diabetic, we've got you covered. Best of all, it's free. Don't miss out. Join the Happy Diabetic community today and get my free 7 steps to healthy diabetic living and my bonus eating tips, all free. Stay up to date on new podcasts, insider tips, and more when you subscribe to our free newsletter. Sign up at happydiabetic.com and start your journey to a happier, healthier eating lifestyle. Well, in this segment, I'm taking some questions from a listener. And I think it's a really great one, and I'm sure it's a question you might even have in your mind. Here's the question: how can I thicken soup without using cream or flour? I do it all the time. It's a great question. Well, here's the good news. You've got a few options. One would be to puree some of the soup. Blend half of it and stir it back in for a slightly thicker texture. Again, you can blend it with a Vitamix style blender, your margarita blender, or a handheld immersion blender. I really like those. They're handy and simple and easy to clean. Another way is to add pureed beans or lentils. They add body and protein. They're so good for you. Or one of my favorites is cauliflower puree. It's creamy, low carb, and blends like a dream. Thanks for the question. Those are some healthy hacks for a happy pot of soup. All right, my next topic is one of my favorites. I call it the spice of life, or at least the spice of cooking. So let's talk flavor. Herbs and spices don't just make soup amazing, they're packed with antioxidants and can help support a healthy blood sugar. So try these tips in your next batch. Turmeric, bright color, and anti-inflammatory spice. How about cumin? Adds warmth and depth to anything, especially if you're in South America, Mexico, cumin is the flavor of choice. How about fresh herbs like parsley or basil? Add them to the end for a boost of freshness. Remember, we've talked about this before. When adding fresh herbs like basil, parsley, oregano, add them at the very end of your cooking. If you have dried herbs, add them early on and always give them a little bit of love in the palm of your hand. Break them up a little bit, break the leaves up so that when you add it to your soup or whatever it is you're cooking, you've rejuvenated the oils in the leaf. But again, fresh herbs like parsley, basil, oregano, add them at the end for that burst of freshness. Remember, everybody, herbs and spices are your best friends in the kitchen. No salt overload needed, just natural flavor power. It is so darn delicious. Okay, everybody, it's time to cook in our kitchen. And in the kitchen with me is my wife, Cindy.
Hi, everybody.
How's it going?
Very good.
Awesome. Well, hey, now we're going to talk about what we do with our soup after we cook it in the Instapot.
Well, we like having a selection, right, Robert?
Right.
It's wonderful to have 2 or 3 different flavors of soup in our freezer. So typically what we'll do after we cool a batch of soup that you make in your Instapot, we will get out some Ziploc bags, and with our Sharpie, we'll label our bags with the soup type and a date. And then we will ladle just enough soup for us, like 2 portions of soup in each bag. And then we like to lay them out flat on a cookie sheet and just set it in the freezer, because you know how your bag, your food takes on the shape of its space that you give it in the freezer. We're trying to be efficient for space. So when we take that cookie sheet out of the oven, now we have all these flat bags of soup, and we like to say we like to file them like we file our soup in the freezer, like you would file a file in the filing cabinet. And they're all labeled, so you can go to your freezer and say, how about chicken soup? Or maybe we'd rather have chili, because we have this opportunity now to store a number of soups there, and it works fantastic, doesn't it, Robert?
It does. And we just put enough soup in the bag to give us a portion in the evening or lunch, whatever. 2 or 3 cups seems to work out really great.
I also know this, Rob, that you are very generous, and that freezer bag of soup is also so easy to give away to a neighbor or a friend. Sometimes you know somebody who needs a meal, and you just have this frozen bag of soup ready to give away, and that is also a nice idea.
Thank you, Cindy. That is a great tip. So happy that you're here in the kitchen with me, like you usually are.
I like being in the kitchen with you. It's a tough job being a taste tester, but I'm up for it.
Well, you're an expert at it. All right, everybody, stay tuned. We will be right back. So what are you waiting for? Head over to happydiabetic.com, go to the recipe link of the website, and hit soup for the category. And you will find my roasted tomato basil soup that we talked about today, my low-fat butternut squash soup, my vegetable chicken soup, Chef Roberto's chicken tortilla soup of love, my all-time favorite Farmer's Market roasted vegetable soup, and my chicken and wild rice soup of love. These will be your go-to recipes. These are a part of a happy and healthy, friendly, diabetic lifestyle way of eating. Listen, friends, make soup a part of that lifestyle way of eating. You will love it, your family will love it, and they're so much fun to make. Okay, it's time for the final ladle. Some wisdom from me, Chef Robert, the happy diabetic. Here we go. So before we close the lid on today's episode, that's a little happy diabetic wisdom. Good soup isn't just food. It's comfort, connection, and creativity in a bowl. So as you head to soup season, take a little time to slow down. Chop some veggies. Let the pot simmer. Roast the vegetables. Share a bowl with someone that you love, because when you cook from the heart, every spoonful tastes better. Thanks for joining me in the Happy Diabetic Kitchen. If you've loved today's episode, be sure to subscribe and share it with a friend or someone you love. And check out the recipe of the podcast that are featured on my website at happydiabetic.com. So friends, stay happy, stay healthy, and remember, the secret ingredient to soup and anything you make is love. Stay tuned. We will be right back. Hey, I've got something really excited to share with you today. We have a brand new Happy Diabetic Cooking Academy that you can access on my website, happydiabetic.com. Our first course is up, and it's called The Happy Diabetic Lifestyle Way of Cooking and Eating. So, what's the deal? Well, together, let's learn a way of cooking and eating that's actually fun, creative, and stress-free. We're making managing diabetes delicious. So, what do you get? On-demand cooking classes with me, Chef Robert Lewis, the Happy Diabetic. The course includes 5 chapters, 17 video lessons that you can do at your own pace, 8 simple recipes you'll absolutely love. I'll show you step by step how to create yummy, diabetes-friendly recipes. Smart tips on meal planning, portions, and keeping our blood sugars in check. We'll cover cooking basics and understanding food labels and other helpful stuff. So what's the goal, you ask? Well, to make cooking and eating at home fun, delicious, totally stress-free, and healthy for you, your family, and all your friends. So how do you get started? That's the easy part. Simply go to my website, happydiabetic.com. Click on the Academy link. Start learning right away. The cost, just $49. And here's the bonus. This Cooking Academy makes a great holiday gift. You can buy a gift card on our merch site and gift it to your loved ones so they can register for the class. Come on, everyone, let's get cooking together. We will create something amazing and healthy that you will be so proud of. Sign up now. What are you waiting for? And like all the suggestions that we've talked about today, remember to consult with a healthcare professional for your personalized advice and guidance tailored to your specific needs and medical history. One size does not fit all. This podcast is not intended to replace professional medical advice. The views expressed on this podcast may not be those of the host or the Happy Diabetic Kitchen. Always consult your medical team if you're planning on making any changes to your health plan, medication, lifestyle, or anything going on with your diabetes. Remember, I'm not a doctor, a certified diabetic educator, or a dietitian of any kind, although I am a father of 3 amazing kids, Attila, Dracula, and Frankenstein. Well, that does make me a psychiatrist of sorts. Well, my mother wanted me to be a doctor. Does that count? And remember, eating well doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be delicious. Thanks for joining me today on the Happy Diabetic Kitchen podcast. Until next time, keep living your best and healthiest and happiest diabetic life. The Happy Diabetic Kitchen is made from scratch, seasoned with love, cooked to perfection. And let me leave you with this thought from the late great Anthony Bourdain. Anyone who's a chef who loves food ultimately knows that all that matters is it good and does it give me pleasure? Well, friends, that's a wrap on another delicious episode of the Happy Diabetic Kitchen podcast. I hope you're inspired to get cooking, eat well, and share the joy of good food. Don't forget to subscribe, share this episode with someone you love, and visit happydiabetic.com for recipes and resources. So until next time, remember, no one loves you more than me.